The marathon, 42.2 kilometers. That's how much I set myself out to run by the beginning of this year. But why even run a full marathon when I haven't even committed to a half marathon yet? Well, in this video, you are about to witness how weirdly I found my way into running, why I made the decision to run a full marathon immediately, and how the big marathon weekend went down. In order to understand why I committed to a full marathon instead of a half marathon first, let me take you back to July 2023. At this point, I haven't run more than 6 kilometers in my entire life. And honestly, I haven't been into running whatsoever. In fact, I didn't like endurance sports at all. However, on a random Monday afternoon, I found myself extremely frustrated about how things were going in my life. I was pissed. Very pissed. I knew I had to find a way to let go of all the steam, and I had a gut feeling to go for a run. So I took my Adidas NMD streetwear shoes because I didn't even have proper running shoes and went out on track in order to calm down. At this point I haven't been running forever, but I ran an easy 10k as if it would be nothing. I already hit my personal best, but my mind kept running. Doubts kept circling my head and they didn't seem to stop soon. I couldn't leave it there. I had to find a way to shut my mind quiet, to find peace, and continuing the run seemed like the only thing that would get me there. I realized that running the track all over again would leave me at the solid 21 kilometers, a half marathon distance. I was still doing great, and something sparked inside of me. It felt like this wasn't just a run, it was something bigger than that. I guess I was just so tired of how things went in my life, so I kind of felt like I had to go all in for something bigger. And so I did. I went all in for 21.1 kilometers and cleared them in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I ran a half marathon out of nowhere. That was pretty great to me. And you know what they say? Success breeds ambition. I've realized that I'm capable of so much more than I thought I would be. So I started to go for runs more frequently. I knew the next big challenge for me is to run a full marathon. A little later that year, I've eyed the Lisbon Marathon 9 weeks before it'll take place. I immediately designed a plan and started to train for it. However, a few weeks in, I found my body extremely sore and I couldn't keep up with the runs anymore. My body shut down and once again, I found myself in doubt. I decided to move the marathon to the next best opportunity. So, in the beginning of 2024, I then eyed the Maratona da Europa in a beautiful place called Aveiro in the north of Portugal. I knew this has been the opportunity I've been looking for. With 15 weeks of preparation, I had just a sufficient amount of time to get it done. So once again, I made a plan and started to go for preparation runs multiple times per week. Sometimes I was super excited to go for a run and sometimes I couldn't picture anything worse than that. But obviously, in order to make my goal of running the marathon a reality, I had to show up no matter how I feel. So weeks went by and my running form and my endurance started to increase slowly but steadily until the big weekend was finally there.
Na, was machen wir hier? Jetzt sie erwischt.
Groß Laden.
Gut, dass das Buch auch hier noch so liegt. Als wenn das so auf gut gewollt, Digga. Aber eigentlich sind wir richtige Lader.
So, ich bin ein richtiger Frontlader. Man nennt mich Barra, denn ich lade viel.
So guys, I am running my first marathon here in Aveiro in Portugal. Now this is supposedly the Venice of Portugal. I just arrived yesterday here in Aveiro with my brother Ben. Who's hustling over there, hustling it in. And basically what I've done yesterday and today is just carb loading, now focusing on getting in as much carbs as humanly possible in order to fuel the marathon. And I know like these items are not really optimal. I mean, not all of them, but hey ho, just like, yeah, it's my first marathon. I'm just trying to like get it done without like being like super tweaky about everything. I just want to like make the experience of my first marathon and just see where that takes me. So I have one more run actually today, which is kind of like a preparation run for the marathon. It's basically a super chill run, just half an hour. I'm pretty curious because it seems kind of like an easy run, but had never done that kind of run before. So yeah, let's see. And tomorrow we got 42.2 kilometers I have to run. Now I'm shooting for, I've set myself like ABC goals. Like A is basically my dream goal, which I'm shooting for, but I don't really know if I can achieve that. B is like my realistic goal I'm shooting for, and C is like the minimum I'm shooting for. Now A is basically sub 3:30 marathon. I don't know, that would be pretty dope for like my first marathon to run it. B goal is sub 3:45, and C is sub 4 hours. That is like the bare minimum I'm shooting for. But yeah, I have no experience in running marathons. I just run like a couple of half marathons in my trainings. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm just gonna do my best and see where it takes me.
Bro, gut, dass du schon mal am Laden bist.
Ist wichtig. Muss doch morgen prepared
Vor
sein.
allem gut, dass du auch lädst, obwohl du gar keinen Marathon rennst.
Guck mal, das Ding ist, es gibt ja so eine Sache, die nennt sich Spiegelneuronen.
Ja.
Das heißt, wenn ich geladen bin und mich auch geladen fühle, dann siehst du das und realisierst es und du fühlst dich auch geladen. Und wenn du das auch wissen willst, dann guck jetzt mal in die Beschreibung und sicher dir den jetzt durchladen Kurs.
So later that day, Ben and I decided to pick up some bicycles, which are actually for free to rent here in Aveiro, in order to explore Aveiro a little bit more. After we made our way through traffic in the city, we finally found a nice and sealed route to ride our bikes. Matter of fact, this route will be part of the marathon distance in less than 24 hours.
Let's get those carbs in, bruh. Light carb, baby.
Alright, so it's race day morning. I'm just getting my last couple of carbs in before the race starts. So yeah, just kind of like doing the last couple of preparations, and then I'm heading out towards the track. So yeah, let's hit it. So just finished up my breakfast. Now I'm just gonna do the last couple of preparations, attach my bib, I think it's bib or BIB, I don't know what it is, to my shirt, my race shirt. Prepare the gels, prepare everything. That's basically the whole race nutrition. Also gonna give one of these, which is like caffeine shot, to Ben, who's gonna wait on the track for me. And yeah, so I don't really know what to expect, to be honest, but I'm just trying to imagine that it's basically my Sunday long run, just like a little bit longer and a little bit different setting, obviously with a lot of hundreds and thousands of other runners surrounding me. And yeah, that's basically an official race. So yeah, looking forward to do this today. And yeah.
So guys, we're heading to the track right now. Yeah, last couple of preparations went down. A little bit nervous, but I think we have good conditions today. Weather is good. Last 2 days it was pretty rainy, but today it's sun. It's pretty sunny, not too many clouds, so yeah, I think we're good to go.
So arriving at the starting line, it was packed full of people. I started to warm up and things were about to get serious. 42.2 kilometers and I haven't even ran 30. I realized that I'm about to face a completely different beast here. However, I felt well prepared and ready to hit the track.
Oh, letzte Worte. Let's go get it.
So I haven't really filmed too much in the beginning, but the first couple of kilometers were all about getting started, finding my pace and bypassing runners who ran a slower pace than me. That might sound easier than it was because the streets were full of runners and it was barely possible to get by, at least in the first couple of kilometers. After a few kilometers, things loosened up, people started to spread more across the street and I could finally catch the first couple of pacers. Everything went quite smooth and I could finally catch the 4-hour pacer. By the way, in case you don't know what a pacer is, it's a marathon participant carrying a flag with a certain finishing time on it. Meaning he's running a specific pace, allowing other runners to follow along for a certain finishing time. Anyways, a few kilometers in, I started to question whether I started off way too strong and therefore will be struggling later on, or if I'm just doing perfectly fine. I decided to keep up the pace for now and went for the 3:45 pacer.
So, 18k in, feeling pretty good so far. Just a little bit of stiffness in my left hip. It sucks a little bit. Let me get a water. A little bit of stiffness in my left hip. So I'm assuming that's it's a little bit, my posture is a little bit off. But hey ho, just focusing on posture and keeping my pace right now. So yeah, let's keep going. So right now I'm on pace for something in between 3:30 and 3:45. Haven't seen the 3:30 pacer yet, but yeah, trying to just hold my pace right now, maybe speed up a little bit, just trying to eye the 3:30 pacer, and yeah, maybe I can catch him. Let's see. Kilometer 26. I can clearly tell my legs start to fatigue more and more. Yeah, my body starts to be really challenged at that point. I heard that in the training I never ran more than 28 kilometers. But I heard the last 10 kilometers are actually the hardest ones. So yeah, I guess the hardest part is still in front of me. Yeah, so right now it's just keeping my head down, keeping my pace, trying to hold my pace without falling off, and then eventually run through the finish line.
Reaching the mid to late 20-kilometer mark, I started to struggle mentally. A lot of intense emotions started to surface, and I was reminded of all the pain, shame, and insecurities I went through. I even remember dropping a few tears here. This certainly wasn't easy. However, all of this and the cheering people in the crowd gave me a lot of energy. I could raise the pace even though my legs started to fatigue more and more.
So from now on, I'm in unknown territory. Never ran in my entire life beyond 30k. So feeling better right now. Right now, it's really just the mind coming into play. My body's gonna start to fatigue more and more right now. But that's when the mental game starts. Yeah, I feel ready to push through it. Yeah. Let's keep going.
Alright guys, I'm currently heading towards kilometer 34 to support Jacob, to hand him some caffeine shots, and yeah, let's see how he goes. I hope I can catch him because there are lots of blocked roads and I can't pass, so I hope I manage to get through, and yeah, let's see how he looks.
Komm Junge, brauchst du?
Danke, Bro.
Brauchst du noch was?
Die Cheering geht.
Willst du alle nehmen?
Ja.
Okay. Komm Alter, noch 8 Kilometer.
Ja, Bro, bis dann.
Let's go, man.
Right, so I just checked in with Jacob. He was passing at the 34-kilometer mark and he's doing pretty good. I would say he's at a like 3:35 pace maybe. Let's see if he can keep that up until the finish line, where I'm headed right now. It's a long walk through the city, but yeah, let's see how he's gonna finish. He looked pretty good. He didn't look quite exhausted. Let's see.
Finally, meeting Ben and reaching Aveiro for the last 8 kilometers was a big milestone. It's just 8 kilometers left, I thought to myself. And boy, those were some 8 kilometers. I was still behind the 3:30 pacer, and this was my last chance to catch him. But he seemed out of reach. I couldn't even spot him. But I knew despite that, it was time to leave it all on the field. Energy and motivation fired up my body and my mind. 30-something kilometers in, with legs that felt like falling off soon, I raised the pace and went all in for the last couple of kilometers. It was very tough to hold the pace, but somehow I managed to do so. And finally, I spotted the 3:30 pacer, but on the other side of the street, meaning that he was quite a few minutes in front of me. I knew it was too late to catch him. However, I still wanted to squeeze out the best time possible.
Komm Junge, 100 Meter noch, komm, let's go. Go, go, go. Da ist er! Meister, Alter! Fucking cold. Fucking easy win, Alter.
It was a hell of a ride, man.
But you got it.
Got it, baby.
Sport on. Finished.
Finish.
Just in time.
Finish. So guys, the marathon's done. It has been a hell of a ride. I'm very exhausted. Apparently I finished at like 3:38 or something. At least I ran through the finish line at 3:38. Maybe my chip time is a little bit faster than that. We're gonna see. Gonna check that out in post.
I would say he's at a like 3:35 pace, maybe.
My legs are completely done. I just went all in, especially on the last couple kilometers. I felt like I just increased the pace actually in the last couple kilometers. I just left it all in there. I'm super done. My right leg, I can barely walk actually. But it's an amazing feeling, you know. The last 15 weeks, you know, just went all into this day, basically into those 3 to 4 hours. So much preparation, almost 4 to 5 runs every single week, and I'm not gonna lie, running through the finish line, being here right now, feels pretty amazing, and it truly showed me of what I'm capable of, and what I can achieve if I've set myself out to achieve something, to achieve a goal. Pretty amazing feeling. So thank you guys for sticking around. Post-Run Gel, der letzte Bro.
Gönn ihn dir, laden. Muss laden, Bro. Lecker. Nom, 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 nom. Wie schmeckt es? 1 bis 10?
Das ist so eine 7 von 10, würde ich sagen.
Ja.
7 von 10.
Geil. Wie fühlst du dich?
Done. Finish.
Wir müssen laden.
I need carbs and rest.
Amen.
Geil, Digga! Und jetzt den Siegerschaum. Lecker. Wie das schmeckt so. Oh, herrlich, Digga. Ich habe aus Versehen den Korken im Flur schon geöffnet. Ist leider der ganze Flur mit Champagner voll. Perfekt, Digga. Oh Gott. Auf den Sieg. Bro, auf den Sieg. Auf den fucking Marathon. Auf 42 Kilometer. Magst du auch ein Stück, Bro? Ja, komm. Oh ja. Danke, Mann. Das ist es. Enjoy. Cheers.